all about how music complements and supports storytelling, especially in our favorite Disney movies. We are going to perform a silent play based on a story that we have been writing section by section all session. Every day as a class, we would write 4 lines of our story and then pass it off to the junior track leaders who would write the next 4 lines. This process continued until Monday when we finally finished our story. Please enjoy The Masked Hare Strikes Again.
There were once 3 beautiful fairies who lived with their family and their pet monkey in the fairy village. One day, the fairies woke up without their wings, and their monkey woke up without her favorite banana. It was clear that some dastardly villain was behind this recent spree of robberies, but who? At that very moment, the fairies and the monkey saw the evil and elusive masked hare hopping over the hill, clutching the stolen goods. At once, they took off after her, and as they reached the crest of the hill, they were met by a familiar face, though it was not the masked hare. It was their friend, Rodolfo the rabbit. He said, "Friends, the evil villain, the masked hare, stole my never-ending carrot, and I hear he stole from you as well. Will you chase her with me? We must bring her to justice." The heroes ran and ran, but they could not keep up with the masked hare, and by nightfall they could no longer see their furry robber. So they found a place to sleep by a crystal lake. Fairies and their friends are always granted safe passage in crystal lakes. When they awoke from their slumber on the lakefront, they could hear the sound of struggling coming from the water. It was a majestic, giant rainbow catfish, but she was caught in a fisherman's net. She said, "Help me, fairies, monkey, rabbit, please help." Of course, the adventurers rushed to the aid of the trapped fish. They lifted the net, freeing the great fish from its snares. "Thank you, friends," the fish said. "As a reward for freeing me, I will use my magic powers to tell you any one thing that you wish to know. So, travelers, what knowledge do you seek?" "We are following the infamous masked hare," said one of the fairies, "but we lost sight of her yesterday and don't know where to go. Will you tell us where her den is?" "Of course," said the catfish, and she spun a map for the adventurers from the water crystals. Assuredly, this would lead them to their stolen possessions. With magic map in hand, the band of heroes took off again down the trail. The map said that if they traveled all day, in the morning they would reach the masked hare's den. At the end of the day, the adventurers found a place to sleep. Everyone but Rodolfo, that is. He snuck off into the bushes while the others quickly dozed off. On the other side of the bushes, the scene was bleak. Rodolfo the rabbit took out his traveling carrot, but this was not any regular snack carrot. It was a long-range walkie-talkie in disguise. If the others were awake, they would have heard Rodolfo whisper into the carrot, "Mother, I am leading them right to you. Prepare the trap. We'll see you in the morning. Over and out." Unbeknownst to the others, Rodolfo the rabbit, who they thought was their friend, was actually a double agent, and he was leading the fairies and the monkey into a horrible trap. Sure enough, when they arrived at the villain's den in the morning, the trap was sprung. 2 halves of a giant carrot cage trap swung like a pendulum down from their camouflage position in the trees. The fairies, the monkey, and Rodolfo were caught in a pointy orange prison. Escape seemed impossible. It was at that very moment that our protagonist learned the truth. Rodolfo had betrayed them. He used his super chomper rabbit teeth to gnaw his way out of the carrot trap, a hole too small for the others to fit through. The masked hare then emerged from her den, wearing the fairy's wings and clutching the monkey's banana. She began to monologue while simultaneously peeling the banana in preparation for a taunting snack. "You will notice that you are trapped in a giant carrot and poised to be cooked in my stew," she cackled. The masked hare pulled a large lever. Ka-chunk! The carrot trap slowly started to lower into a boiling pot of stew, conveniently placed right below them. "How did we not notice that when we came in?" said the monkey to her friends. Barring a miracle, the heroes' lives were about to come to a brothy end. Seconds after the adventurers accepted defeat, a special unit cop car came crashing through the brush. 2 alligator cops hopped out and drew their weapons. Freeze, dirtbags! We're from the Hoarders Division of Fairy Tale PD. We're shutting this whole thing down. The Hoarder police took Rodolfo and his mother, the masked Hare, into custody. It turns out that the masked Hare was the #1 most wanted criminal in the entire kingdom. With the villains behind bars, the monkey and her fairy friends were able to recover their stolen belongings and return thousands more to their rightful owners. And this was all thanks to a hot tip from the giant rainbow catfish. And they all lived happily ever after.